So on the fence about the video, I will say when I first did it, I was pretty upset, but now I took like a minute, step back, take a breather. Now it's been one day and talk about the Mississippi campaign. By the way, this is my honest opinion. This is just some criticism. This is the hate. But kind of look over the origin of how it always had a controversial start in the first place. The first issue that the Mississippi campaign had was it will release during December time, which ended an issue. However, it was also with the Moopy plush, and a lot of people were worried that we were only going to get it. Luckily for us, though, we managed to come in clutch, and we managed to get to Skin Quest that we still have yet to got. But, we managed to, able to unlock it, so they'll work on it. However, though, we unlocked the other campaigns, too. And I want to kind of go over this, because I feel like this is a lot of misconception new players have, where, it's always been like this. The answer is no. When you played the Mr. P campaign, probably the first ever campaign they did, you got the rewards after an update. Then India and Pekka, they actually did it even better because you got the rewards automatically. So once it hit the goal, it automatically updated the files. And I'd probably say that was the best campaign ever. It did everything right, except not having the most key quests, but I'll kind of go over that later on. I'd probably say that's probably my favorite campaign because it had a lot of rewards. Overall update, we had a shipwreck collab. It was pretty good. And then I'm not going to the Moopy plushie because I'll be able to Oopsie and Minitude. But then this one was kind of a downgrade. They're all skins, which no hate to all skins or anything like that. I love that, but I feel like there should have been a balance. And then not to even negate the fact, too, that it not automatically updates. You have to wait a while. And by the way, the main thing is that you get it for free. That was the main thing. That you got it for free, you didn't have to do anything else. And then, by the way, I'm not trying to say, you have to pay money to get these skins. But you have to play the game a lot. It started to become grindy. It's like a 4-day season. And we'll kind of go over the update and kind of explain what it was I want to talk about before the buff. I want to go over that first. It costs coins, it has check marks and stuff like that. Which isn't it, which again, already the UI doesn't look good in my opinion, but that's a can of worms in itself. When it said the campaign ended January 14th, by the way, they forgot to update it because now it ends January 22nd, I think. We were become exclusive upon a while with about key quests in 2026. And people were upset because it wasn't free. So not I feel like India, Pekka, and Mr. P is pretty easy to get those rewards. All you have to do is click on a button. But now it's more difficult because now you have to play the game, get kills. And when it first came out, before the buff, it was pretty difficult. One kill. No, I see the kills were the same, but an item was worth 1. I see the skipper 5. Now it got buff. And the main difference is now it's worth 10 and the items are worth 2 and stuff like that. But the issue is that it's still a slap in the face for people that pay for the plushie. Let me explain. Not only the plushie was, happened, it also cost $60. That's not counting the shipping costs. So already right off the bat, it just seems very disrespectful for people to pay $60 for something. And by the way, too, again, I hate the argument where they're trying to save money, they're trying to make money. And you got the base ship campaign. How much money do you need without starting greedy? And I feel like there's other ways to do it without doing this. I hate when they do this thing where they have a good update, and then they're we need more players, and we need to do this, and then they completely ruin the update or they change something with the update. I feel like the 10-minute timer would have been better if it was the first thing that they thought of. If they do an Advent Killer next year and they just have the 10-minute timer, it would have been an issue. But the fact that they randomly did it makes people irritated. It's the same thing with here. They never told us that they were going to do this, and they just randomly do this with the new update and just a slap at the face. So into the map, you need to beat a map 35 or 45 times just completely solo, which, again, that's still a lot. Now, a lot of people are going to make the argument, why this is an issue to play Piggy, blah, 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 blah. That's a good argument. That's how I low-key feel with Sosa Piggy players when they have to play for more than 5 minutes. They missed the point of the problem. We've been doing this same thing for 5 years, almost 6 now, and just adding another currency with nothing new to do with isn't really fun. But at some point, you have to get sick of it. Hopefully, what they said makes sense. I can go deeper with the complaints and how they can improve. I hate to bring this up, but I feel like the first update in Parallel Penguins was done right. You had a season, you had a Mr. P campaign, and you also had a new map to play. I feel like the issue here is that you didn't get these 4 skins, had no new map to play, and you're expected to do this. Now, they did make the skin permanent, which I feel like some people have an issue with. Personally, I couldn't care less. I feel like the alternate Claudia and Mr. P deserve to be permanent because for canon reasons. Also, like, look at this. It's pretty cool. Like, who would have wanted to be canon? I do feel like, though, another issue, once you're done with it, there's nothing else to do. You're back to being bored again. I feel like what AJ could do, I made a suggestion to him, and I think he said maybe, was to bring back season skins and being able to actually purchase them with this new currency. I feel like that's a good idea. And maybe he could do like a poll thing like he did with Polly to bring back season skins and you're able to purchase them. Say for like all previous campaigns. Because another issue with Epic Tank will go say, oh, those campaigns, they're going to be in the Billboard shop. With going to the Billboard shop, that's like for some people who really need this one event, it's going to make it more difficult for them to get it. Because now there's going to be an extra little variable, an extra little randomness in there. So I think it'll be greater. I think it'll be better if they just stick to that idea. No, AJ said he is considering it. He also considering bringing back Paranormal Pigs this season. So if you missed that, you could have it back. Honestly, my thought is this, okay? I feel like the Mainstream campaign works because it rewards the player and it's fair for the devs. You only pay money to support these games. It's like Friday Fucking or any Kickstarter game of all time. You pay money to support them. So having these updates or these milestones in a way of them giving back to you. But it's a slap in the face where you pay $60 to support these guys, thinking, okay, you're going to get this for free. There's nothing else you have to do. And just for them to be like, oh, sorry, you have to do this extra thing. I feel like it's very disrespectful for them. Now, I definitely feel like if they're going to do this, at least make more bang for a buck. At least make it able so you can get old season skin or something. Because I feel like having 4 skins, and that's it. Now, I did ask AJ about, like, the quest. Do you have to pay money for the quest? Luckily, he said no, that's perfectly free, which thank God. But if this is where the future is heading, I definitely am concerned for Piggy. Because I feel like indeed the updates right here that show that they're slowly caring about player count and stuff like that. I also hate how the developers act toward other people giving criticism. Like, this is a good example right here of a tweet. Like, I love Mark. I think that's how I pronounce their name. But just like the tweet come off of me spirited and just saying, oh, I don't really care about criticism that get faced against me. At this point, the update gets hated, you know it's awesome. Attack Fire Skin. I really love all 3 equally. I told you guys cooked once again. Now, again, this tweet is already okay, but they added the fact that, like, oh, if it gets hate, that means it's an awesome update. That's not a good mindset to have. If something gets hate, which, again, I feel like hate is a very broad term. They're in between hate and criticism. But if someone has a criticism and you consider it hate, never you're only ignoring criticism to be better. If someone goes up to me and said, oh, I feel like maybe you should change your voice a little bit, or maybe you should talk very slow, and I consider that hate, that means that they're going to grow on the person and they're going to make my content better. I feel like I hate that argument where like, oh, well, just hate and this and that. Like, it's not hate, it's criticism. And I feel like people are fed up with this idea of you paying or just having to play more and more Piggy or just do extra stuff just to get free rewards. I feel like I miss when Piggy just gave you free rewards for the sake of it. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of skins that are not free. Like Decay, the Delirium skins, you have to like after you play the game to get those skins. Fair. But like we don't get that many skins now that are free. Like a bunch of them cost money. So for new players, it's a win for them to get these free skins. But then when you do something like this, it makes them play the game even more. And I get they're doing it for the player count and stuff like that. But again, if you really care about the player count, just like update Pig 64 or something else then. Like, I don't understand why Pig 64 can't be updated or any other game can be updated to help with the player count. I definitely feel like it definitely slowly ruining Piggy. And I'm worried that in the future of the updates, hey, maybe we can't even get a free trap. Maybe this new trap for the anniversary, you have to play the game for like 10 minutes or something, or get like 10 kills just to get a trap that was already free 2 years ago. I feel like that's the issue here. I feel like it's just a main issue. But hopefully in the future, they're going to be better. I forgot to mention it, but they said the grind is pretty poor design though. This is so inspiring to hate is like not criticism or like hated criticism and ignore the criticism. So the will you have to diss that. They're not awesome as heck. I get you're all tired and unfair hate for some people, but knowing blatant problem like this is generally sad. I solely care for this after critiquing. Why the pressure? I never understood the Earth to finish it all once in the same period it will release. Play it how it's supposed to be, 5 rounds a day. And not a chore, it's a game, everyone forgets it. There are another grindy update, time to lock in. I will say this in the most honest way possible. Piggy is rated 5+. I don't know any 5-year-old that told me they're going to have that level of dedication. If you can name a 5-year-old that was that dedicated to playing Piggy, like that many rounds, let me know. Because I can't find a single person that can do that. Secondly, too, even if you're not 5+, you're older, you're still busy. You know what I mean? That's like telling Creekcraft, okay, yo, you have to do 5 to 6 rounds a day before the Mouse Key Quest happens. No, to be fair though, we don't know when it's gonna happen. But let's just say it happened in February. That means you have like less than like a couple of weeks to do it, or less than a month to do it, which isn't really fair. So they didn't make it so it's permanent. But again, this statement was there before they said it was permanent. So that's the scary part. It's not a chore, it's a game. Everyone forgets it. They're just like, oh, another gradient update, time to lock in. Yeah, I know. But not because you log in. A game should be fun and exciting or innovating. This is boring. That's the issue there. It's boring. They at least make it fun. At least give it a new chapter or something. Yeah, because they're pretty boring. We have like 4 seasons that have the exact same loop already been 5 years. Like y'all will and the game have been played and replayed. The problem couldn't be screaming louder at your face if I tried. Like, don't misunderstand me. Not saying I'm not what to get to, but I'm saying this is always still bread. If you don't have to go you don't have to go all out full out chapter either. The most fun I had in 2025 playing Piggy when we played Winter Holiday after like a 4 month hiatus. You can still do the same thing and we see cool rewards, right? R2R was busy and they were so dedicated to get out of their way, overworked themselves to keep you hyped and invested in an already finished game, even though that ton of progress. So to anything they do, it's a thank you. Okay, I want to say it the most automated possible. Make this make sense. So he's saying, okay, yes, all the updates we get is a thank you. That makes sense, right? So if we pay money and we fund the project and they give us free rewards, okay, that's a thank you. But how do they thank you where we do the same thing, pay $60, which is even more than we usually pay, and they're making us play the game to get some reward that we could have got for free? How that is thank you? That's thank you, but here's the favor I want you to do. They say TR2R is hard at work and an always fitting game. I get that. Okay, I 100% get that. But I want to say this loud and clear. Then don't do it. People criticize the Mrs. P plush not for the free rewards, but because they wasn't filled with about key quests. And AJ said they needed more money. So when we give them more money, and they're still saying, okay, we need even more money than this, that's their fault then. They don't have to do that, and they should have not done that, honestly. We should have not had a Mr. P campaign, or just waited a little while later until you figured about key quests. But they said, oh, we want you to stay cool for the end of the year. The Advent Charter will always cool for the end of the year. Movie Plus will always cool for the end of the year. So I feel like the argument don't really make any sense. They can't complain that they're overworking themselves when they could have just not do it in the first place. If anybody gonna pay $60 to help fund you guys in the campaign, and this is how you would pay us by making us play the game even more. So again, I am being critical. And Meiju or AJ watching the video right now, I'm not hating on the dev. This isn't criticizing you, and you kind of just say like, it kind of feels like disingenuous. You know what I mean? It kind of does. It would be fine if the new system would maybe, this is a new system, but this is to get like old reward, not the new reward. Those are free. That would have been a better system, honestly. It will still get people to play the game for people that miss those rewards, and you can have fun. Or you can just have new skins that won't even in the campaign have like a little bonus reward that you could do. That would have been better. Not just locking the skins that people paid for, seeking that they will do it without like any issues, like playing the game, enter or something like that. Just for you to play the game extra or something like that. So overall, they're kind of a little disingenuous. As I said, speaking for both of you, we have project we put away fully into. We can't be spending too much time figuring out miraculous, never done before, understep quests for you to get rewards. We're not supposed to focus that much on Piggy, but we do it anyway for you guys. Okay, I don't want to say this again. I will say it again. I'm not going to even pull off the Woody gift anymore. But you don't have to do it then. Or just make a simple quest. Like, that's the issue here. A lot of people wanted a simple about ski quest. They decided to do extra stuff. Then they got wrapped up in the sauce. And now we're just left with no ski quest for AJ and Pekka. Now they decided to do too much here. We'll like that it was too much. Then they will like the player count wasn't working in their favor and decided to add this. I want to say this, and this is my final statement before I end this video, is I'm concerned about the future of Piggy. Because if AJ keep on thinking that this is okay to treat us like this and make it so we have to play the game even more and make it and just add a cool updates and they completely backtrack it with this random new mechanic that never was seen before, it makes me worry about how far they're going to go. Already far enough making a wait for 10-minute timer, but now going as far as to make a new quest for something already free. Like, again, I will say this. If you're a developer, content creator, remember, you're not here because of yourself. You're here because of the fan that helped you out. So you need to treat them right. And I feel like this is not how you treat them by making them play the game even more. And it would have been fine maybe if they play 1 or 2 matches, but no, they're making you play for God knows how long just to try to get these. So overall, I am a little disappointed. And I feel like the devs reacted to criticism by saying, oh, well, it's just, if there's a hate, that means there must be a really good update and this and that. And, oh, we worked too hard and this and that. We're like, again, most of it can be common sense. Overall, I hope AJ can listen. I feel like add more bang for your buck. Like, I know they're not going to get rid of this system. We're not saying get rid of it because people always pay Robux to spend their time. But maybe have it so in the future, they will only happen if, let's just say, it never went to the campaign. So if you never got that skin and the campaign didn't hit the goal, you can still buy it anyways. Or my solution to bring back season skins or to bring back other campaign reward that you did not get to have before. I feel like this would have been pretty fair. But that's all I have to say. Hope you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to be making a season skin video soon. That's all I have to say. Hollow Break out.